Alright, this is True Patriot '09, and this gun that I'm shooting today is the Ruger PC-9. I've had it a couple of months now, and I've just now gotten out to the range to be able to shoot it. Now I know I've got a bunch of junk on here right now, but I'm just kind of, I had stuff laying around and threw it on there. It's still pretty lightweight, so I actually put an aftermarket Taccom. It's Taccom. I want to say it's made in Oregon or somewhere like that, so it is American made. There, I think, are 3 different companies: Midwest, Taccom, and there's another one that makes a handguard for these, because I don't like the handguard on the Ruger PC-9, the one that it comes with. But with this particular handguard, I liked it because the price point and the fact that it reminded me of like a Yankee Hill, their handguards for their ARs, except this one isn't knurled. It's smooth, but it's like a hard plastic, almost type polymer or something. But it's got a, might not be able to see it. Anyway, it's got a guard in here that kind of keeps it off the barrel, and it fits on there perfect. So this is the takedown model, and I've got the Vortex Spark sitting on top of it. Yes, I do have a cheek rest, and the reason I have a cheek rest is it's kind of odd. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell or not, but anyway, the way the buttstock on this is made, it really comes down low, and when I put this particular red dot on it, it does look like it's sitting a little high, but when I use the cheek rest, as soon as I come up on target, I find my red dot, and it makes it really nice. So I've sighted it in at just 25 yards. I mean, this isn't a gun that you're going to be shooting at, 200 or 300 yards. At 25 yards, I should be able to hit still and, just have a little bit of a holdover. But this is kind of a, just a fun gun to shoot. It's inexpensive, cheap to shoot, and it's a blast. It's no recoil. It's got a good weight to the gun, and so far, I've fired quite a few magazines through it. It's been really fun. So I ordered, I wanted to try something a little different. So I got on Gun Mag Warehouse, and I got a SGM tactical mag, because this takes Glock mags. Also got a KCI, which is the Korean made, you can see. I have a very inexpensive Korean made 33 round mag, and then of course I have a Glock mag. So thus far, the mags, the Korean made and everything, they've actually shot really well. So we're going to set up the camera. We're, like I said, at about 25 yards. We're shooting at this target here, so we'll set up. I'll just dump the mag. We're shooting center mass. Actually, I'll shoot 3 or 4 rounds there. You can see I've got a still target up here that we'll shoot at. That's probably going to be about 50 yards maybe, sitting up on the hill. And like I said, I mean, this thing is really accurate. And then you can see down here we've got another still target, and that's probably 75 yards, maybe a little less, and we'll take a few rounds at that, and we'll just see how it shoots. But like I said, so far I really like this gun. I've always wanted a 9mm carbine style rifle, and this PC-9, it came up, I found it, and so far it's been a blast, and I've just started shooting it this morning. So we're going to take some shots, like I said, at the target. We'll take about 3 shots. We'll shoot at the still on top of the hill, and then I'll turn around and shoot some. Well, actually, these are all about the same distance. So we'll just shoot some rounds at the target. We'll shoot some rounds at the still up there. We'll go up and look at the target, and we'll see what happens. And I've had one fail to eject. That's the first one I've had like that. So we'll It was the first fail to eject. It's the first fail to feed or anything that I've had so far, so that's a good sign. And then we'll take some shots at steel up here. Okay, I thought I had more in the mag than what I did, but apparently not. So, I had the one fail to eject, cleared it out fairly easily. The thing I like about the Ruger PC-9 also is you can adjust the, or you can put the charging handle and the safety on either side. So, we'll see what this looks like. So you can see at 25 yards, I mean, it groups really well. That was actually, I took this shot before I started filming, and it shot a little bit high, and then these were the actual shots that I took from 25, and then of course the still target up there. So the gun actually shoots really well. No recoil, good weight to it. A lot of accessories coming out for this gun. You can even buy the chassis system for it now to make it look more like an AR-15 with pistol grip, adjustable buttstock, and everything like that. So with that being said, I'm not going to get into a lot of detail, but I've had a few people ask me if I would talk briefly about some of the stuff that's going on in Virginia right now. I know it's made national news, and if you're a gun enthusiast such as myself, you've probably, even if you're not from Virginia, you've probably heard that our governor is trying to basically make everything illegal. So some of the Senate bills that I'm looking at, if I'm not mistaken, the first two I'm not for sure, it's 66 and 67, but the main bill is Senate Bill 16. That's the one that is going to try to ban all assault style weapons. Now, if I have read certain things correctly, and I could be wrong on this, even your old Marlin 22 that's tube fed, you know, it holds more than 17 rounds, so that would be considered an assault weapon. There have been so many crazy bills that have come out that just don't make sense. I mean, everything from people who teach concealed carry classes to people who teach martial arts, and it's just been it's been crazy, some of the stuff they've come up with. So I'm not having a bunch of knee-jerk reactions right now, and I think that's what's going to end up happening is, in my opinion, I think they're going to decriminalize certain things such as marijuana. I think they're going to change some of the abortion laws. I think that they're going to get some other things passed through on what they've wanted or what they've had in their agenda for years now that they haven't been able to get passed. I think they're going to work those in. And I do think some gun laws are going to come out that are going to be unconstitutional. So my biggest thing is, and what I've been telling people, is, don't go out here and start talking about civil war and bloodbaths and things like that. That is not the way to get these things resolved. The way to get them resolved is to write your delegates, write your senators, get out here and start voting. That's the biggest thing. We need to vote in people and people who are going to represent us, who are qualified, that are going to have level-headedness about them, for lack of better terms, who are going to understand that we've got so many gun laws on the books now that aren't being enforced. And let's enforce what we have now instead of worrying about putting more and more and more and more more laws on the books. Let's enforce what we have, and let's start really cracking down on the laws that we have now. And the sad thing is, if some of these laws get passed, you're going to take law-abiding citizens and turn them into criminals overnight, which is obviously not fair, which could cause issues. But our biggest thing is we just need to get out and vote. We need to speak our word or speak our mind, and we need to write our delegates. So anyway, that's enough about that. When more stuff comes out, I'll talk more about it. But right now, the focus is on this Ruger PC-9. It's got slots for M-lock all the way around the front. I've put one on the bottom, one on the side here. Like I said, this is a little Crimson Trace laser I've had laying around. I'll probably keep the light on it, but it's lightweight, it's fun to shoot, it's cheap to shoot, and you can see it's accurate. I mean, it really is. For what it is, it's an accurate gun. It's a fun gun to shoot. I was shooting, it's the Agia, I believe, is the ammo I've been shooting. And I've actually had really good luck with it, especially just 9mm type stuff. But the Vortex Spark, awesome, works great. It's a Coast Light, Crimson Trace little laser on it. I think this is a Voodoo cheek rest. And I'm going to get back to shooting. So I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. I hope you have a wonderful New Year. Let's pray for our troops, our first responders, their families. Let's just, let's get out here and vote. Let's change things on a positive note and do it in a positive way. So thanks for watching True Patriot 09.